Hello, this is Stan Young of the AABA Law Foundation. With the help of our generous donors, we award scholarships to law students and grants to public interest groups. Tonight we will hear from Sally Yu about summer grants to 2 students. We thank Sally and her husband Jeff for their continuing generosity in nurturing future generations of AABA members. We will also hear from our treasurer Chris Noma, who will present the Raymond L. Ocampo Justice Fund grant, matched by Larry Chu and his wife Millie, and Varian Medical, to a premier Asian American legal advocacy group. We will then hear from former AABA President Charles Jung. With matching funds from AABA members, Charles and his wife Melita are supporting 2 organizations doing amazing work in support of Asian Americans. Incoming AABA Law Foundation President Celia Lee will then discuss some new scholarships. We thank all of AABA Law Foundation's donors for making these important awards possible.
Good evening. Jeff and I would like to thank the leadership of AABA and the AABA Law Foundation for their dedication and their hard work on behalf of our communities.
We are also incredibly pleased to congratulate this year's winners of our Judicial Externship Summer Grant and our Public Service Public Interest Summer Grant. We celebrate their tenacity, their commitment to giving back, and effecting meaningful change to improve the lives of others. We are so grateful to play a small part in helping these 2 future lawyers.
The recipient of our Judicial Externship Summer Grant is Xiao Zhao. Xiao is a rising second year at UC Berkeley Law and is externing with the Honorable Miranda Du in the U.S. District Court in Nevada this summer. Xiao, a first-generation immigrant, has demonstrated a commitment to serving others, particularly around the need for safe housing. As an example, she co-created a tenants union in the Chinatown section of LA to help prevent evictions. Please join us in recognizing Xiao for the wonderful work she has already done.
Good evening. I would like to thank the Sally Yu and Jeff Gray Charitable Foundation and the AABA for this truly great honor. This summer, I had an amazing experience externing with an Asian American woman chief judge in the U.S. District Courts who was also a former refugee who fled Vietnam by boat during the war. I got to experience not only the symbolic importance of an Asian American woman chief judge in the federal judiciary, but also her compassion and her commitment to language access for non-English speaking litigants. Similarly, I hope to use my background as a Chinese American woman immigrant who grew up in a low-income single mother household and has lived in domestic violence shelters, foster homes, and public housing to guide my legal advocacy of Asian Americans. Like my judge, I hope to ensure fairness for Asian American litigants, whether as a future law clerk, litigator, or judge. Thanks again to AABA for this wonderful honor.
The recipient of our Public Interest Public Service Summer Grant is Brea Aguas. Brea is a rising second-year law student at the University of San Francisco and is interning with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of the General Counsel this summer. Brea graduated from UC Davis, has a master's in counseling psychology, and is an advocate for the health and well-being of Asian Americans who require medical and mental support. As an attorney, Brea plans to continue this work. Please join me in recognizing Brea for this wonderful work she's done and the bright future she has ahead of her.
Good evening. My name is Brea Aguas, and I'm the recipient of the 2021 Sally Yu and Jeff Gray Charitable Foundation AABA Law Foundation grant. It is a tremendous honor, and I would like to thank the Asian American Bar Association of the Greater Bay Area for recognizing me for this award, the AABA Law Foundation, and both attorneys Sally Yu and Jeff Gray for their generous donation. The judges and attorneys whom I met with when I interviewed for this award, and attorneys Sally Yu and Jeff Gray, are all individuals whom I view as trailblazers and leaders in the community and legal field. They have led the way and continue to inspire students like me, a first-generation Asian American who has dreams of becoming an attorney and working in the legal field. The award that I have received enables me to do public interest work as a summer legal intern at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I am grateful for this opportunity and for AABA's role in supporting me and my path toward addressing medical and mental health issues that impact all individuals, including the Asian American community. Thank you again to the Asian American Bar Association of the Greater Bay Area, the AABA Law Foundation, and attorneys Sally Yu and Jeff Gray for this special award.
Good evening. I'm Chris Noma, a director with the AABA Law Foundation. Unfortunately, Ray Ocampo is unable to join us tonight, but on his behalf, I'm very honored to convey this message from Ray to all of you. Ray told me that he's very pleased, along with his good friends Larry Chu, Millie Ju, and Varian, to fund this grant to the Asian Law Caucus. Ray has admired the organization since he first heard of it when he was in law school. He considers 3 of the caucus's early leaders to be among his personal heroes: longtime friend Dale Minami, law school classmate Don Tamaki, and a co-founder with Ray of the Filipino American Bar Association of Northern California, Bill Tamayo. Ray wholeheartedly supports the Asian Law Caucus's mission to represent the legal and civil rights of the API communities, and is honored to present this award to the Executive Director, Artie Coley, who will be accepting this award on behalf of the Asian Law Caucus.
Thank you so much, Chris and Ray. We're grateful for this honor and the tremendous support of leaders like you, Larry and Millie Chu, and Varian Medical. As many of you know, the Asian Law Caucus will celebrate its 50th anniversary next year. Dale, Don, Bill, and many others helped build the first API civil rights organization in the country, and our work today continues to expand on that legacy and vision. The past year has been an incredibly painful one for many members of our communities, and at ALC, we've been working nonstop to ensure that our communities can live in safety and dignity. Earlier this month, we celebrated a historic $150 million investment in California's AAPI communities, with a focus on culturally competent mental health services, community-based violence prevention, and restorative justice in schools. We continue to be in the courts and in communities, making sure that residents can stay in their homes, get paid a living wage as they pull through a horrific pandemic. Your support makes this important work and so much more possible. Thank you for all you do for our communities.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
And thank you, sincere thanks to Stan, Chris, Celia, and the rest of the incredible AABA Law Foundation team. It really takes a lot of effort and hard work in raising the funds to match the challenge grant, and we really appreciate it. The awardees this year show just how strong our community is and really embody what it means to answer the call. The COVID era has amplified the need in our community, made certain things worse, so we're so proud of their work. First, the Asian Women's Shelter and Orchid Pusey. In the COVID era, they've quite literally done twice as much work with half the money. Their gala is coming up, and when you see their email, please do take a moment and support their work. The team at Stop API Hate is really amazing, and they've given us the evidence that we needed to identify and put a name to what our community has faced in silence for many, many years. So thank you to Sin Choi, Manju Kulkarni, Russell Jung, Eunice Kim, Candace Cho, and the rest of the Stop API Hate team. We're so proud of them. And on behalf of our family, big congratulations to both the Asian Women's Shelter and to Stop API Hate. Thank you.
Hi, everyone from the Asian American Bar Association and the Charles and Melita Jung Public Interest Grant. We are staff from Asian Women's Shelter, and we're so grateful to you for selecting the communities and the survivors that we work with to benefit from your vision and your generosity. So we're here to give you a big multilingual message from all of us. Ready? All right. Thank you so much. We're very grateful, and we're here in your community supporting survivors every day. Have a great night.
Bye. Bye.
My name is Cynthia Che, and I'm the co-executive director of Chinese for Affirmative Action, a 50-plus-year-old community-based organization based right here in San Francisco. And on behalf of the Stop AAPI Hate Coalition partners, APCON and SF State Asian American Studies Department, we are so deeply humbled to receive this award from the AABA Law Foundation and from the Charles and Melita Jung Foundation. To be recognized by our peers, our allies in the fight against discrimination and systemic racism just means so much to us. You know, we started Stop AAPI Hate with a goal of not just tracking hate, but to develop responses and address both the immediate harm and the root causes of racism. And over a one-year period, we have collected over 6,600 incidents of hate, close to 40% coming from California, and a significant number coming from the Bay Area. While the majority of the incidents are not hate crimes, we do know that it needs to be taken seriously and that the effects are devastating on our community. And we know that we need to do this work in schools, in neighborhoods, working with government, and working with partners like you. We know that we need to protect the civil and human rights of not just only our community, but other affected communities. The scourge of racism in our country is real. And we also know that this issue is not going away, that anti-China policies and rhetoric, immigrant scapegoating, and addressing the effects of racial trauma is going to be our ongoing mandate. So thank you so much again for this honor, and we look forward to working with you in the years to come.
Good evening. My name is Celia Lee, and I'm a past president of AABA. I'm also honored to assume the role as president of the AABA Law Foundation starting in August. Tonight, I have the privilege of announcing some brand new scholarships that will be awarded for the very first time in 2022, funded by the generosity of esteemed members of our legal community. First, the foundation is extremely pleased to announce the commitment of $100,000 for the establishment of 2 annual Fujioka Chow Family Scholarships, funded by the Honorable Margaret Fujioka of Alameda County Superior Court and Cedric Chow, founder of Chow ADR PC and former partner at Morrison & Forster and DLA Piper. These scholarships are intended to recognize and financially assist high-performing students who are interested in government service or international law. Second, we at the Foundation are also pleased to announce the establishment of the annual Puri Family Scholarship, thanks to the generosity of the Honorable Vedika Puri, San Francisco Superior Court, and her family. Again, these scholarships will be awarded for the very first time in 2022. Please keep an eye out for further details through AABA's communication channels later this year. Finally, I'd like to close with a thank you to our donors and a personal appeal to future donors. Every single dollar of your donations goes to the scholarships. We read every single application by law students, and we're always extremely inspired. You are funding the future of our legal community, and we could not do it without you. So please, if you have not donated, we ask that you consider that. Information about donation can be located on the AABA website under the Foundation menu. And as a reminder, 100% of your donations are tax deductible. Thank you again, and please enjoy the gala.